Welcome to week 4, take 2. I recorded this session earlier and my audio was hooked up to earphones, not attached to my body. So I feel really connected to this practice that I really enjoyed it the first time, and I'm really just going to enjoy it one more time. Okay, Google, volume 1. Come into your seat and just start to cue the body, start to relax. By now, we've been practicing a few weeks. Hopefully, you've at least practiced the 3 times, if not a couple of times each week. By now, you're starting to feel response maybe from your body, that new awareness, maybe new muscles, new reach or flexibility, depending on how often you're able to practice. This is something that can be improved by just practicing once a week. But if you're reaching for real improvement, I would say at least 3 times a week. And if this is something that you could put into your day, even 5 minutes every day, just getting into the joints, all of the, the knees, the ankles, wrists, neck, and the spine, all of its 6 directions, just waking yourself up intentionally, you'll really start to get that positive feedback that is sought after in yoga. So today we're just going to keep on reaching for that own practice building space that we're all in together. Some people have not practiced before, and some people may already be really in tune with their yoga practice. Maybe they're just wanting to rekindle their own showing up. Maybe they're just wanting to, kind of remember the poses and start to make a new practice for now, the now body, the now experience. Wherever you are on your journey, it doesn't matter. Yoga is ready to show up for you. What we create here, as a group, as we move through the poses together, this is a journey that we're all going on together. We're all finding the poses in our own space, in our own way, in our bodies, and every single day it's always going to change. So wherever you are today, just be here now. Let's try to show up with little to no judgment. Just, hi, it's me. I'm just happy to be here with me. If you've done any work around learning about intentions or affirmations, let's start to quiet the mind and think about something right now that you'd like to remind yourself, or a mantra, or something, or an intention that you'd like just for this practice. Maybe the practice is, I'm going to work on my inner strength, my inner calm. Maybe this practice, you will remember this new affirmation, something like, nothing that is meant for me will ever miss me. Nothing that is meant for me will ever miss me. Maybe there's mantra. Maybe you're just holding on to just a feeling. Wherever you are today, take some attention and bring that to that heart center space, and just bring your truth here now. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the shoulders to the sky, and then relax the shoulders. Relax the chin down to the chest, but don't slouch the shoulders. Keep the spine nice and long. Start pressing into the seat. Lean into the seat and sit back up. Take a moment and do a little scan of the body. Notice the bottom of the body, Anything touching the mat or the floor. The tops of the legs, the fronts of the knees. Maybe there's a temperature change there. Scan up the seat into the belly. Is the belly full? Is the belly relaxed? Is the belly comfortable? Is it tight? Is it spacious? Moving up to the heart, nourish the heart. Heart feeling open, soft, anxious, fearful, contentment, love, maybe more than one thing. Scanning up the neck, into the face. Just notice the body. Let's bring our awareness down to the feet. We're going to bring the feet together so that the soles of the feet are pressing into each other. Our first pose is butterfly. As we come into this, lean in left and right, so the bum comes away and then goes back down, so you feel your sits bones come in contact with the seat. And then as you do that, let your feet come into the body as close as you can without any pain. Lean left, lean right, bring the feet in, which would mean that maybe there's some lift in the knees. Don't try to bring the feet close and then jam the knees down. The wider that the feet are, the easier it is to have the knees relaxed. Right now, we're bringing the feet in, and the knees are still okay to be high. And just for this part, we're going to make connection with the body, build foundation. Look or think down to the toes. Start pressing the toes into each other. Pinky toe, that fourth toe, middle toe, first toe, big toe. Press them all into each other. Feel the heels, the outer edges of the feet. Feel the soles of the feet, balls of the feet. Press, press, press the feet, press the toes, press the heels, just press. Now start to sit up tall while you're pressing. If you can try to keep pressing, do that. If it starts to feel uncomfortable, take breaks, but keep the shape. So let the toes sort of relax. But again, don't go cramming the knees down. Mine are up. If this doesn't feel good, get some pillow or yoga block and put them under to give you an extra lift. But this is definitely not jamming down to the ground. We don't ever jam down to the ground. The one thing that you can remember is when we show up here, this is about loving yourself, not about hurting yourself, okay? Sit up nice and tall. I like my hands on my knees. You can do shins behind the thighs, wherever you like, but kind of anchor them. We're gonna be doing a couple of motions, thinking that propelling the heart in and back like cat-cow, and hugging the knees up and down for a little bit of the pulsing butterfly. So hands at the knees, spine nice and tall, jaw relaxed. Start to bring the heart forward. Press the feet into each other. Bring the heart forward a little more, look up. Press the feet into each other. Don't drop your head on the back, but press, press, and look up. Whew. One more breath if you can. And then start to exhale, round it in, and just pulse the knees a couple times. Change the position of the wrist if that feels good. Breathe the knees, breathe the knees. Keep breathing the knees, relax the neck, relax the face, breathe the knees, relax the toes. They're still connected, but relax the toes, breathe the knees. Take a breath in, sit the spine nice and tall, and start to slow the knees down. Let them come back to a rest. Sit the spine nice and tall. Keep the crown and jaw light. Inhale, squeeze the knees in and up, and wrap your arms around and just hold on to that as best you can, as comfortable as you can, whatever it looks like in your body. Maybe you wrap around the thighs. Maybe you come on top the knees, whatever it looks like, but you want your, I'm sorry, don't do the rounded back. You want your spine nice and tall and bringing the heart into the opening. So wherever you go for that, do that, grab on and into your opening. Shake the head no a couple times. Let go of the jaw, check your jaw. Exhale, round the back. Hold on to your body though. And as you're holding on to the legs, press into your feet and see if you can press that back out down the bottom. It's almost like pressing and ironing all up and down the vertebrae of the spine. Do this. Inhale, come forward. Again, reposition your arms so that you can better anchor and pull yourself through the opening of your legs and hips. No pain though, shake the head no. Exhale, round it off. One more time, inhale all through the opening, look up. Exhale, round it off. Inhale, sit up, start pulsing the legs again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Relax your face, relax your jaw, pulse your butterfly. Toes and feet are pressing. If it feels good, you can kind of press the toes into each other a little and hold that or relax it, whatever feels good. A couple more times. You're doing a really good job. And relax. This time, let it kind of relax open. Ground the head in for a second. Take another moment to do that scan. Think bottom, anything touching the mat, touching the floor. Scan up top, front the knees. Into the base, into the belly. Scan up through the heart, the hands. Scan up the shoulders, into the neck. Scan through the face. Maybe send yourself a smile if that feels good to you. And right to the ground. Inhale, sit up nice and tall once more. This time we're going to take the feet and move them a little bit away from us. So lift the feet and move them away so the diamond gets bigger. You want to still be able to press all the feet together, but now we're going to reach to put the knees closer to the ground. So wiggle your feet out away from you so that you can still touch the feet and press closer to the mat. Find your spot wherever that is. I'm going to wiggle back in because I went a little farther than was true for me. So here's my true legs are just relaxed down as much as they can be. And there's my feet. It's not all the way in and it's not all the way out. It's kind of in my own middle. If I'm looking from my pelvis, from my crotch to the heel, it's about 2 fists. I don't know what the shape will be for you. It depends on the opening behind here, space all in here, but no pain. If this doesn't feel good, prop something here or still hold the knees up. You're just moving into a different shift. Here, we're going to sit up a little tall again. Shake the head, no. Breathe nice and tall, bringing that awareness way up into that belly button now. Start to energize the spine just with your mind. Bring strength into the abdomen. Maybe use the breath to fill up the belly and hold those muscles and let the breath go, but hold the muscles. Squeeze onto the shins, press the toes, start to just build inner energy. One more moment, just keep squeezing in, pressing everything that feels good. Drawing the navel back to the spine. Face and jaw relax. You can still shake no with your head. And then exhale, relax, sort of round over that space. Take a couple of breaks and just pulse the knees a little once more. Now we're going to take the feet out in front. Just open the feet to flat to the floor, knees high up. We're going to work into a little bit of boat pose for our second pose. Wherever your feet are now, just take them a little wider. The same way when we start any of these poses where we're folding and opening, I always like to warm up with being more space for us to get our balance and for that stability to come into the pose versus us rushing our body into it before we're ready. You know, the pose is just a reach. It's something to aim at with our body. And while we're on the way, the idea is just to see what we find out about ourselves. That pose is just something to do as we learn and discover and stretch and adore our body. Feet flat on the floor. Start to press the toes again. Lift the heels, press the heels. Lean the butt forward and then sit the butt back. Take the hands, pointing the fingers in towards the bum, like in towards the body. We're going to put them flat on the mat. If that's not comfortable, tilt them just a little bit so that the thumbs, so that the inside of the arms are more next to the body. If the fingers pointing in is not there yet, just tilt it away, okay? I'm gonna turn to the side just so we can have another image, another visual. I compare my black pants to the black couch behind me. So I'm set up, my feet flat, knees high, spine nice and straight. Even now that my feet are good, my body's in position, taking the legs a little wider, make sure here, so the legs are a little wider, feet flat, relax those feet, lean in, and then set the spine up so that we're in there. Now here, we're gonna take the hands behind us, fingers facing in toward the body or just away from the body. Wherever you are, maybe it changes, but just start with comfort. You're reaching for this, but don't go there until you're there. And if you don't get there, you don't get there. And then just the same way we do when we kind of reach our legs and stretch the arms a little. Press into the index fingers and the thumbs the most. Let those arms, the shoulders kind of warm up, send the heart forward. Spine nice and straight. Inhale, big, fill the body, press into the feet, press into the hands, exhale. Let the breath go, but keep the shape. Inhale, press, press, press. Exhale, keep the shape. Inhale, lift the right foot, point the toes. Let it down to the mat. The next time you inhale, lift the left foot, point the toes, and down to the mat. Inhale the right foot, exhale down to the mat. Inhale the left foot up, exhale down to the mat. Inhale right foot up as high as you can, point the toes, exhale down to the mat. Inhale, left foot up high as you can, spread the toes down to the mat. Press into the hands, inhale, right foot up high as you can, spread your toes down to the mat. One more time. Inhale the left up, spread your toes, and then down to the mat. Sit up a little and just kind of give the legs a little hug over with the shoulders round, head round in. Just a reminder, anytime we do anything, stretching the body, especially our spine or, the joints one way, just go the opposite, go both ways. So even though we're leaning back nice and straight, take that minute and round in. Give yourself the relief. Take a moment and scan. Breathe, sit up nice and tall first. Bring the hands behind you. Press into the fingers, heart forward, look up. Inhale, exhale. Press into the feet, press into the hands. Lift the right foot. Keep pressing into the hands a lot and see if you can lift the left too. Press into the hands, look up. Spread the toes. Press into the hands. Look up and spread your toes. Keep pressing as long as you can. If you need breaks, take breaks. Otherwise, hold it. If you want to do left and right, do that. But otherwise, see if you can hold on to it. One more minute. Keep pressing into the hands. And then sit up. Round over the knees, round over the legs. Give yourself a hug. Melt into that. Before we do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. Anytime you can let yourself exhale big, exhale big. Inhale, sit up one more time, spine nice and straight, arms behind you. Press into the mat, heart forward. Inhale, left foot first. And then inhale, right foot. Point the toes, press, look nice and straight ahead, focus, spread the toes, focus. Breathe, draw the navel back, and if that feels good, see if you can bring the arms, see if you can hold this. Inhale, breathe. If this feels good, see if you can bring the arms up. Inhale and hold, hold. If you need to rest the legs, rest, but otherwise hold. If you want to play with the arms, you can bring them back down to the boat. Or inhale, hold, one more time. Looking up and smiling. I'm losing it, you see me? Sit up, breathe in. Hunch over. I lost my cues there. Bring it on in for a hug. I pushed myself a little bit past my limit, you know. My second time I did it today. I'm not used to doing the same whole practice in one day. That's not what I do. Take a break. Scan the body. Love the body. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to lay back down on our back. I'm still recording this time. Coming onto the back. Take your time getting there, and then the first thing you do, a great big hug in the legs. Lift the head, almost like you're jumping in the pool to do the cannonball. Big squeeze and then lay back down. Take the feet underneath your bum, a little wider than we do normally. Like for we're gonna do a little bridge pose for our third pose. So feet flat on the floor, knees to the sky. Our belly's nice and strong, so we just did all that boat action. Press the feet into the mat. We have lots of feet awareness from our butterfly. Shift the knees back and forth, let the hips rock back and forth a little. Do it a lot if it feels good. Lean left, lean right with the knees. Press the feet flat on the floor, left and right with the knees. And come back into the middle. Lift, press your feet, lift the bum, and then lay it back down. Get it comfy. And let your hands be next outside and just lay here for a second. Inhale and just do a little scan before we move. Notice any sensations, brushes. We're going to take and place the hands face down on the mat. Press the feet, press the hands, everything touching. Press the hands, press the feet, and maybe even the forearms into the mat. And then a nice strong inhale from that navel. Just lift the hips, just a little. Hold it for a breath if you can. And then exhale down to the mat. Inhale, press into the feet, press into the hands, lift the hips. Press, when we're doing this bend, keep that knee bending toward the pinky toes. You don't have to look, just in the mind, to reach the knees that way so that we're supporting, reach the legs that way so we're supporting the knees. Exhale back down to the mat. Also, let's practice rolling down the spine one vertebrae at a time. So let's press the toes, press the hands, lift the hips. Exhale, roll the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many can you feel? 6. I start to lose it. It gets crunchy in there. 7. Take the knees a little left and right. Adjust the feet maybe a little closer, maybe a little wider. Sometimes it helps to point them a little diagonally away from you or toward a mat, toward the corners of the mat. Press the toes. Press the hands, lift the hips. See if you can hold it now for a second. Check in the knees if they feel strong. See if you can bring some lift. If this feels strong, inhale, see if you can breathe your arms up above your head. If that didn't sound good, maybe bring your hands under the bridge and clasp all the hands and press it down to the earth. It'll automatically reach your pelvis higher. Maybe you want to take your hands and grab your bum and push it higher. Maybe you readjust your feet and let it all get good. Whatever feels good for you, wherever you are right now, do that. Wait for one more minute. Pelvis high, high, high. If you have to take breaks, take breaks. When you're done, you're done. And then exhale, down, 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 down. One vertebrae at a time. Down to the mat, and when you get all the way down to the end, take the knees a little left and right. A little more left and right. And then we're just going to start to let the feet reach together and open up into like a butterfly. And start to relax. Let the body slow down. If this doesn't feel good, you can straighten the legs or just keep them here. I'm going to keep mine here. Inhale into the bottoms of the feet, relaxing the feet, relaxing the toes, relaxing the heels. Bring the mind to the shins and squeeze the muscles to the bone once more. Maybe even lift the knees just a little. Squeeze the thighs, the legs, the knees, the ankles and the feet can relax. Maybe just lift the hips and pelvis once more, wiggle, wiggle, and then just sink into the mat. Relax all that space. Let it settle. Inhale, fill the belly with air. And then exhale, soften the belly, relax the spine. You squeeze the hands a little and let the hands kind of just open. A little wiggle of the wrist, relax the wrist. Fold those elbows once more and relax your elbows. Shrug the shoulders, relax the shoulders. Reach the heart forward once more and relax the heart, relax the lungs. Relax across the shoulders and into the neck. Relax the jaw. Relax your teeth. Relax your ears and your cheekbones. Relax your eyes and your third eye. Relax your forehead. Relax your crown. Relax the whole body. Nothing to do but just be for a few moments. However, you have been laying, maybe change position just one moment and roll onto the side. Stay quiet. Say a word to yourself. Maybe remember that intention. Maybe think, thank you, body, thank you, self. And then nice and easy. Whenever you're ready, we're just going to push up to a seat. Keeping the mind still quiet and the eyes rested or down. And bringing the hands into prayer. Let's just rub the palms together and create one last self-healing act for ourselves. One hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. Breathe into your palms. Feel your body feel that. Feel your body take that energy in. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions, if there's any poses or cues that you would like a little more guidance on, please reach out. I'm happy to help. I'm hoping that you're finding some of these new reaches in your body and feeling excited. Play with it as often as you want. Don't feel like it always has to be on the mat. Play on the couch, play in the kitchen cooking, play at work when it's safe. Play even in the car when it's safe. There's always safe time. I'll say that another time. Have a great rest of your day. I hope that you enjoyed butterfly, boat pose, and bridge. Bye, guys.